And then Allah goes on to say, what إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْقَصَصُ الْحَقِّ. We talked before about this usage last week of when Allah talks about something either being al-haq or something being done bil-haq, right? We understand that the word haq means what? True or right? But we said there's an added significance here, because there is another thing going on here. When Allah is telling us these things, or more importantly, when He's telling the Jews and the Christians, right? I don't have any children. I don't have any equals. I don't have any partners. And then He's saying, إِنَّ هَذَا لَهُوَ الْقَصَصُ الْحَقِّ. What is He saying to them? What He's saying is, as it relates to the word al-haq also means what? The correct, true, actual perspective. Meaning that, what is amiss here in that you think I have a son? And what is amiss here that you think I could die? And what is amiss here that you think I could have an equal? Or what is amiss here that you think I am one amongst a pantheon? Is your perspective. So the Qur'an is always speaking from ultimate perspective. So when we see something bil-haq or something al-haq, right? Of course, sometimes Allah talks about Himself as al-haq, which again also tells us, right? Allah sees things not from a perspective, but how it actually is. We always see things from a perspective. Even when we are seeing it from the correct perspective, we are still seeing it from a perspective because we are limited. We are created finite human beings and we can only, right? So Allah, in a sense, is I'm giving you the kind of Rosetta Stone, so to speak, to plug in to give you the correct perspective. Because in fact, without revelation, you will not be able to have the correct perspective on reality unless I give it to you. We talked about this yesterday in the khutbah, right? About the isma, the infallibility of the Prophet ﷺ, meaning that it's not the infallibility, right? And in some ways, isma is a poor translation because it kind of connotes that the Prophet ﷺ never made mistakes. Of course, we know this is contradicted by the Qur'an, right? Or rather corrected by the Qur'an, the idea, what? Abasa wa tawalla, right? The Prophet ﷺ frowned at an old blind man that just wanted to, and he became frustrated with him because he was trying to get the attention of this leader of important man within the Quraysh, and Allah corrected him. So when we say isma, it doesn't mean that the Prophet ﷺ didn't make any small mistakes. He didn't make any major mistakes, but not to say that we didn't make mistakes. But it means that what? Allah not only corrected his mistakes or informed him so that then we could be informed, such that the Prophet ﷺ would never have the wrong perspective on anything. And therefore, we, via proxy of that, would never have the wrong perspective on something as it relates to salvation in the hereafter.